At what moment did you realize I'm old? When I find myself grunting and groaning just to bend over to tie my shoes. I do this and I'm 21. The struggle is real. When I fell down at work and no one laughed. Instead, 3 people came running over to make sure I was okay. Edited to clarify, I'm only 36. I was walking in our break room and stepped down wrong, I guess. I fell into the stove and rolled my ankle. Thank you all for the awards. Kind of weird that my most popular post is about me falling down. Let me assure all of you that I was okay after this fall and have gone on to fall down 2 different sets of stairs and trip over my dogs on multiple occasions. I never thought of it that way. When you're a teenager and someone falls, it's the funniest crap ever. Holy crap, this is depressing. Oh my, I laughed so hard at this. Thank you, Jelly Belly Mom. When I went to a music festival and slept in a tent after 5 or so years of not doing so. My God. I need to get home and take a real shower. Truth. I slept on an air mattress for the first time in years and holy hell did I ache the next day. Gone are the days I could fall asleep on cold concrete contorted like the best circus act and wake up feeling as refreshed as a spring chicken. Right? In many ways I'm still enjoying the same things I did when I was younger, but the sleep. It's just not the same. I'm nostalgic for the sleep of my 15-year-old self. Last year I went to a festival where we rented an apartment on Airbnb in the next bigger town and took the car over to the festival ground. That gave us the chance to sleep in an actual bed, take a shower in the evening, it looked like the whole acre coming off of my skin, and buy actual food in a supermarket rather than relying on tinned ravioli and the overly expensive crap they sell near the stage. Never looking back, best festival ever. That's the way to go when you are older and can afford it. I get that there are people who actually enjoy camping at festival, nothing wrong with that. But I think that younger people do it because they can't afford a better solution. For me, the worst part of sleeping in a tent at festivals was waking up at 6 a.m. because the sun is out and my tent is already boiling hot. 20-year-old me could handle this, 30-plus-year-old me can't. When I was in my late 20s, I dated a girl who had a daughter. The daughter and I got along great, played a bunch of Katamari together, etc. Years later, that girl and I have long since broken up. I did some volunteer teaching at one of the local alternative schools with my wife. And one of students in the film class we taught was my ex-girlfriend's daughter, now 18 years old. At some point in your life, whether you have kids or not, you realize you're technically old enough to be a grandparent. And that feels very old. Over the summer I was reading about a teenager who had been killed. He was survived by a daughter and his 33-year-old mother. Now, this isn't normal overall by any means, but I still stop to think how this woman was not only a grandmother but could have been a senior in high school when I was a freshman. My babysitter I had as a kid was a mom at 18, grandmother at 38, and a great-grandmother at 54. And where I lived, that isn't exactly something anyone doubts happens. When I overheard my teenage niece and her friends taking the piss out of things millennials say. Listen here, you little craps. Hey. You watch your effing mouth. Ha ha ha, my sister is 19 and she's been keeping me abreast of the millennials are corny jokes. I had no idea we were suddenly so effing old and uncool. Apparently millennials went from kids these days to my uncool dad in like 2 years. Boomers still think millennials are kids. Boomers also forget that they raised millennials. I have kids and thought I'd be a cool dad. I know for a fact now that my kids are going to think I'm just as much of an embarrassment as I found my own parents. You just have to lean into it. Ask them if they've ticked any talks recently. I told my dad next time he makes breakfast for the family to ask my younger brother if his pancakes slap. I'd love to see that reaction, lol. Hey kids, did you see that effing loafer in the park earlier? Proper chalk, wasn't he? I like to keep my kids on their toes and refer to it as tic-tac. It drives them absolutely up the wall. They still haven't twigged I do it deliberately, in exactly the same way that I used to refer to Amy me. It's the little things in life. When my son could outrun me, I went obstacle course running with my oldest, 6 years at that time, and he asked if we could still be doing that in 10 years. I told him I would be 50 so sure. You know what that little crap said? Cool, I will hold back for you, Dad. He is probably right, but I will keep training to not make it easy for him to pass me. LOL, I was 36 when my son was born. I hated it when the neighborhood softball team wanted him over me. Red team captain looks back and forth between a beat smoots and a newborn infant. We'll take the baby. Instead of growing facial hair to look older, I'm shaving it to look younger. 27 here and still shaving to look older instead of looking like a 16-year-old who is trying to grow his first beard? Same, buddy. Same. It's rough for guys like us in this world of big manly beards. I saw a picture on Facebook of a friend from college and thought, damn, he got fat and old. I immediately realized, I also got fat and old. My 2 New Year's resolutions are, number 1, get back into the shape I was before the accident, number 2, stop referring to letting myself go and getting fat as the accident. I didn't do it on purpose though. It was an accident. I used to drive for Uber, and one night I realized the college girls I picked up could have been my adult daughters. I had something similar, but realized the college girls were too young for my children. Damn. I'm 22 now, and I have no idea how that feels. That's such a weird thought. I'm not quite that old yet, I'm 38, but the really crazy thing to think about is that you don't feel it happening at all. Like, with the exception that for some reason I emit a noise when lifting something light like a box of Cokes, I literally feel exactly the way I think I remember feeling in my 20s, only now there's this number that feels like a effing toe tag. Edit, F. I'm 39. This guy really just aged a year by the time he finished writing his comment. I was 36 6 months ago. My girlfriend and I went to visit our university campus a few years ago, and I realized any of the students who saw us wandering around would have assumed we were some students' parents. Had the exact same experience last year. To say I was taken aback would be an understatement. I have 2 friends with grandkids. WTF. They played Green Day and The Offspring on the classic rock radio station. Then the announcer says something about it being released on this day 20 years ago. WTF. Oasis, what's the story? Morning Glory? Just turned 25 years old 2 weeks ago. When I mentioned Mr. T to my wife's friend and she had no clue who I was talking about. Did you pity the fool? They all pitied me. So yes. I want to laugh at this comment, but all I can do is cry at how old we both are. I had a colleague who asked what a MacGyver was. Did you make a TV out of a paperclip and rubber band to show them? When I'm signing up for an account on a website, I have to scroll back pretty far to find my birth year now. According to most websites, I was born on January 1, 1901. Oldest human was 122. So there is a chance you aren't lying at all. I just turned 30 and got a hemorrhoid instantly. Also, I have no idea how to spell hemorrhoid. Allow me to help you, hemorrhoid. Thanks, spelling it's a real pain in the ass. Coming around the corner of a department store and seeing my dad come around the corner at the same time. It was a mirror. I occasionally say things and hear my father's voice coming out of my mouth. I even notice I have the same half smile he does when I think I'm being clever. It's worrisome. Same for me. I'll say something then think, holy hell, I sounded exactly like Dad. And for me it's not just the same words. I have these surreal moments where it is literally his voice emanating from my mouth. I'm in my late 40s and my beard is almost completely white. I was at an event a few weeks ago where my dad was receiving an award. The local dignitary who had been giving the award asked my dad if I was his younger brother. I'm in my early 30s, my beard is almost totally gray, and I'm pretty damn bald. Fortunately, my dad had the same issue as me. So he still looks like my dad. I'm 35, severely balding, and can't grow any facial hair. It's very patchy, and grows extremely slow. I tried a mustache once. It was not pleasant. My father, on the other hand, is pushing 60 and has a full head of hair and rocked a thick mustache in his early 20s. In every other respect we are extremely similar, and in my younger days I was often confused for him when seen from behind, but I have no idea where my hair problems stem from. Everyone from both sides of my family has a full head of hair and normal facial hair. And, yes, I am 100% sure these are my real parents. Extended family not as sure on, but all family pictures show that I'm the odd one out on the hair gene. For me, I thought that old codger in the mirror was my grandpa. Then I remembered, he died, quite a while ago. When I see popular Reddit posts mentioning celebrities with weird-ass names and I'm like, who the F are these people? This isn't just age, it's also a product of the internet era. It used to be that everyone watched the same shows on the same few channels or listened to the same few radio stations, or whatever, so everyone knew the same celebrities. In this age where the monoculture has been shattered, everyone is watching different shows on Netflix, YouTube, etc. It's so much easier to find niches, and no one knows the same set of celebrities anymore. For me, this is the trending tab on YouTube. There are days when outside of the lone sports clip on there, I don't know a single person/group on there. And usually these folks have millions of subscribers. Crap is wild these days. Just took a look at trending now, never usually look at it. Some news videos, some Apple iPhone reactions, and a lot of music videos of artists I've never heard of, and yep, a lot of people I don't know and stuff where I have no idea what is going on. The blah family, we got a new car. 10 million subs and 3 million views. Blinks. I'll add mine since it was the reason I thought to ask this question. Last week I sneezed and it threw my back out. If it makes you feel better, I was 19 when that happened to me. I was so embarrassed I told everyone I was helping my mom move something heavy when it happened. That's sad. When I was 19 I already had a fat bank account. Maybe about you should learn business like me and live a great wealthy life. Have fun with your boring life though lol. I pulled my groin. In college. While sitting down. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.